Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, For the Love of Dogs with Yana. I'm here with my pups, Lord, Akiva, and my mom's got for babysitting this week. And I'm here to talk about summertime. Summertime and walks with your dogs. So, in my case, I try to minimize the sun exposure to my dogs. They get extremely hot, they start panting, you see the changes in their behavior, so that tells me that they're uncomfortable. As you can see, the majority of my dogs, their fur is dark colored, their fur is black, so they get overheated really fast. So I always keep in mind that. So the longest walk, of course, is in the mornings, right before the sun is really hot. I would say our first walk is about 5 or 6 in the morning, and it's usually about 20 minutes. No longer than that. When the weather is cool, right now it's in the 80s and 90s here in New York City. When the weather is cool, like in the 60s and 70s, of course, you could do an hour walk, you could do 45 minutes, but when the temperature hits about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, my dogs start to get uncomfortable with longer walks. So I keep that in mind. As you can see, I have a whole gang. I have 4 in total, 3 of mine and 1 of my mom's, this little girl over here. And so sometimes I'm able to just take my boy Lord by himself, but a lot of times as soon as they see me holding the leashes, they all want to go at the same time. So what are my strategies? So for Lord, I utilize Star Mark peach color, and I have a safety as well, just to make sure. I use Star Mark. It's a peach color. It's not harmful to him in any way or form. I'm not pulling it. Obviously, it's only used in time for correction if I need to make sure that he's following my commands. So obviously, you don't want to lift your dog off the floor when you are using one of these colors. That would be an incorrect way to use it. Anytime you use any tools, you have to always review it with a professional trainer. And he will teach you how to apply it correctly. So the color of my dogs, I have a keeper here with me. It just goes slightly below the ears, and it's very comfortable. And I have a safety as well that goes on a flat collar. So if anything goes wrong during the walk, if for some reason the page collar becomes loose, undone, I still have my dog, and that's what the use of this safety device, Safety Link. You could get it from Upstate Canine Academy page. This is where we got it from Lord when we took him to Upstate Canine Academy for training with Tom Davis. And I think it's a wonderful safety feature. Okay, so as you can see, on my walks, I keep my dogs with a 4-foot leash. And I find that this is the best control for me. I keep the strongest boy in one hand, and my girls, they're obviously a lot easier, they're more obedient. So I hold them with the other leashes with my left hand. And with this little one here, I have a harness for her. This is something I bought all from Target. Very easy to use. So you would basically put it on like this, and good to go. And her leash goes on top. Okay. So this is also a 4-foot leash. This one I got it from Chewy.com. Very comfortable, very good clip. Usually Akiva goes without a Star Mark. I use a regular leash and a flat collar for Akiva. She's extremely obedient. I don't really have any problems with her. She's not chasing after squirrels or anything like that. And my oldest dog, Christina, I use a 6-foot leash for her. This is by Lupine Pet. It's a 6-foot nice long leash, allows her plenty of time to walk slowly behind us if she feels like it. Obviously, as you know from my previous videos, Lord and this little girl, Masa, they are very outgoing, so they're always in the front. Akiva and Christina, they straddle along in the back, which is okay. So I think that you really need to take time to learn your dog's behavior, and you will find the best way and the safest way to do it. In my case, whenever I approach other dogs, I try not to have any interaction, because as I have 4 of them at the same time, I don't want to run into any problems. So if I see any dogs, I just take mine and I go the other way, because I know what mine are capable of. I don't know what other people's dogs are capable of. So A lot of times people, you know, they make faces. I don't really care about that. I feel like I want to have my walk that's enjoyable, that's purposeful, like taking them out to be a pool, and that's the goal. I don't want to have any kind of negative interactions with any other pets. I'm glad that there's a lot of other people out there, you know, they're taking their dogs for trainings, they're very well behaved, but you never know. And I don't want to take any chances, and advise the same. If you're not familiar with a dog, I would not recommend, especially if you're walking multiple dogs, like in my case, don't take your chances, you know, just walk the other way, and it will be a lot better, easier, and you would avoid a lot of problems. Thank you for modeling with Kiba. So, folks, don't forget, you know, sunscreen, obviously, even if you're not exposed like myself right now, but definitely apply sunscreen prior to leaving. I like to put on my hat. This hat says Adopt Don't Shop. It's one of my favorites. And the other very interesting thing that I got for my dogs is this bottle. It's by Highwave. I bought it on Amazon. It's called Auto Dog Mug. And whenever you fill it with water, you could just squeeze it, and there's a little dish over here, and the water will come up. It has a little Velcro feature. So obviously I'm not going to take this little water bottle when I'm walking 4 dogs at the same time, but if I'm planning a longer walk just along with either a Kiba or Lord or any of my other ones, I could definitely bring this along. And this is what it looks like, you know, when you take it apart. It has a little straw feature, okay? And this water bottle here, it fits approximately half a liter. Oops. Ha, sorry, an accident. So it can feed up to 500 ml of water in here, okay? Sorry about the accident. Got a little slippery. So, as you can see, okay? And if you were to give it to your dog, this is what it looks like. It fills up with water like that, and they're able to put their snout, and then once you release it, once you're not squeezing it anymore, if you're squeezing, the water comes up. See? But once you stop squeezing, the water goes down. Okay, so that's a very neat feature. That's a very neat bottle that I got from Amazon. It's a couple of dollars. I don't know if I paid like 10 or 11, but it's very convenient, and you could take it along with you. And this one is not, obviously, doesn't spill. Well, it does spill a little bit. So you could hold it like this by the Velcro. So that's another little feature. If you want to in the summertime for your pet, you could bring this along with you so they stay hydrated. So, folks, be careful on your walks. It's summertime, you know, be mindful of the weather. Be mindful of your doggy manners. Obviously, if you notice some people that are a little bit skittish or don't like dogs, you know, just go the other way, be polite. We don't want to have any problems. And also, don't forget your poop bags. That's another very important thing to bring along on your walk. Obviously, you don't want to leave any mess behind you. It's a polite thing to do. It's the right thing to do. So, let me get my little puppies all together so you can see what it looks like when I'm ready to go on the walks with them. And it takes just a minute for all of us to get together. Marcia already has her Kiba. I'll take my little Christina. And Lord, come here. Good boy. Hold on, Lord. Star mark collar. And I'm putting the safety clip. And this is pretty much what it looks like. Marcia, come here, girl. This is pretty much what it looks like. I have my 3 girls in one hand, and I have Lord with me in the other hand. Lord, sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. my YouTube video regarding taking walks in the summertime with your pets. Some of the things that I featured in this video was take a long water bottle. I talked about safety, not exceeding and not being outside with your dog for more than half an hour. Always check the ground. You could take your shoe off or test it with your foot. If you're walking on pavement, you could touch it with your hand. Obviously wear a mask, and nowadays you do have to wear a mask outside. Bring along hand sanitizer, okay? And I wish everybody all the best. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. For the love of dogs with Yana. Adopt, don't shop.